Single dad lost a bet and moved in with an obese girl. What happened next will melt your heart. I can't believe I actually agreed to this. Daniel stood in front of a cozy blue house, carrying 2 duffel bags while his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, tried not to laugh. You lost fair and square, Dad, she teased. I know, Daniel sighed. Next time I won't bet Uncle Mike that I can fix my truck in under an hour. The punishment had sounded like a joke. Daniel had to spend 1 month renting a room in the home of Mike's childhood friend, Emily, whose spare room had recently become available. What Mike hadn't mentioned was that Emily was a plus-size woman who had spent years hiding from the world because of cruel comments about her weight. When Emily opened the front door, she smiled nervously. Hi. You must be Daniel. And this little sunshine is Lily. Lily immediately hugged her. Your house smells like cookies. Emily laughed for the first time that day. I bake when I'm nervous. Daniel noticed something different about her. She wasn't ashamed or angry. She simply seemed careful, as if life had taught her not to expect kindness. Over the following days, they settled into an unexpected routine. Every morning Emily baked fresh bread while Daniel packed Lily's school lunch. Every evening they ate dinner together around a tiny wooden table. Emily told funny stories that made Lily laugh until milk came out of her nose. Daniel hadn't laughed that much since his wife had passed away 3 years earlier. One rainy evening, Daniel returned from work soaked from head to toe. Emily handed him a towel. You'll catch a cold. You always take care of everyone else, Daniel said. She shrugged. It's easier than taking care of myself. The words stayed with him. Later that night he noticed unopened gym equipment collecting dust in the garage. I bought all that, Emily admitted quietly. After enough people tell you that losing weight is the only way you'll deserve love, you start believing them. Daniel looked at her for a long moment. My daughter doesn't love me because I'm strong. Emily blinked. She loves me because I show up. Silence filled the room. Then Emily whispered, Nobody's ever said something like that to me. Weeks passed. Daniel discovered Emily volunteered online, designing free birthday invitations for children whose families couldn't afford them. She never told anyone. She simply enjoyed making people smile. One Saturday, Lily found an old photo album. Were you always this pretty? She asked innocently. Emily froze. Pretty? No one had called her that in years. She looked at Daniel, expecting embarrassment. Instead, he smiled warmly. I think she's prettier now. Emily's eyes watered. Why? Because now your kindness shows before anything else. She quickly turned away, pretending to wipe flour off her face. The final week arrived faster than anyone expected. Daniel's month was almost over. He packed his bags while Lily sat silently on the couch. I don't want to leave, Lily finally admitted. Emily forced a smile. You'll visit. Promise. I promise. That evening Daniel found an envelope tucked inside his backpack. Inside was a handwritten note. Thank you for treating me like a person instead of a problem. I almost forgot what that felt like. Daniel folded the letter carefully. Then he walked downstairs. Emily was washing dishes. You know, he said, I lost a bet. She laughed softly. The worst bet ever. He shook his head. No. She looked confused. It was the luckiest bet of my life. Emily stared at him speechlessly. Daniel continued. When I moved in, I thought I was doing someone else a favor by renting a room. He smiled gently. But you gave Lily a second home. And you reminded me that healing doesn't always happen in hospitals. Sometimes it happens around dinner tables, with warm cookies. Emily couldn't stop the tears anymore. Neither could he. Lily suddenly ran into the kitchen carrying a sheet of paper. I made something. It showed 3 stick figures holding hands beneath a bright yellow sun. Above them she had written in colorful letters. Family isn't about looking perfect. It's about loving perfectly. The room became completely quiet. Daniel knelt beside his daughter. I think your drawing forgot one thing. What? He picked up a marker and drew a little blue house around all 3 of them. Emily covered her mouth. For the first time in years, the house no longer felt empty. It felt like home. And sometimes, the greatest victories begin with something as silly as losing a bet, and discovering that the heart always sees far beyond appearances.